25 in the heat of the night actors you didn't know passed away. In the Heat of the Night premiered on NBC in the spring of 1988. Adapted for television by James Lee Barrett, the series was based on Norman Jewison's Academy Award-winning 1967 film. The series ran for 5 seasons on NBC, with 3 additional seasons airing on CBS through 1995. Over the course of 146 episodes, dozens of actors made guest appearances in this small southern town, some for years, others for just an episode or two. Sadly, many of the talented actors who made In the Heat of the Night, a mid-1990s hit, are no longer with us. Let's take a look back at some actors from the show who you may not know have passed away. Dennis Lipscomb. Dennis Lipscomb, a skilled performer who brought Mayor Jim Findlay to life in 1988 at 46, had a multifaceted career that spanned both engineering and acting. His portrayal of Sparta's mayor in the inaugural season of In the Heat of the Night was notable, despite the show's initial struggles with script quality. After a revamp, the series dropped several characters, including Lipscomb's, and he moved on to other projects. With a background in acting from the University of Iowa and the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, Lipscomb went on to star in the 1980 film Union City alongside musician Debbie Harry. Throughout the 1980s, he established himself as a dependable character actor, appearing in films like Crossroads and A Soldier's Story, as well as the cult classic Retribution. In the following decade, he made guest appearances on popular shows like The X-Files and Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman before his final television appearance on The Guardian. Lipscomb passed away in 2014 at the age of 72 in Los Angeles. Hugh O'Connor. Meanwhile, Hugh O'Connor, who played Lieutenant Lonnie Jameson in 1988 at 26, was born in Rome, Italy, and adopted by Carol O'Connor and his wife Nancy. Unfortunately, Hugh struggled with addiction from the age of 16 and went through multiple rehabilitation programs. Apart from a small role in the 1985 TV movie Brass, his only notable credit was his portrayal of Lonnie Jameson on In the Heat of the Night. As the series progressed, Lonnie's character evolved significantly, mirroring the growth of the actor himself. Hugh married Angela in 1992 and had a son, Sean, in 1993. But his struggles with addiction persisted, ultimately leading to his tragic death by suicide in 1995. His father, Carol O'Connor, publicly condemned the man he believed was responsible for Hugh's death and later advocated for a California law allowing families of addiction victims to sue dealers for damages. Howard Rollins. Howard Rollins, a gifted thespian, brought Chief of Detectives Virgil Tibbs to life on screen in 1988 at the age of 38. Born in Baltimore, Maryland, Rollins honed his craft at Towson University before making the move to New York City in 1974. His breakout roles in the Martin Luther King Jr. biopic series King and subsequent performances in Ragtime and the World War II drama A Soldier's Story earned him widespread acclaim. However, Rollins's personal life took a tumultuous turn, marked by multiple arrests, including a 1988 cocaine possession charge in Louisiana and a string of driving under the influence offenses between 1992 and 1993. With the threat of jail time looming, Rollins was written out of the show and replaced by Carl Weathers. Although he made sporadic appearances in Season 7, his career never regained its former momentum. Sadly, Rollins' life was cut short when he succumbed to complications from lymphoma in 1996, just 6 weeks after his diagnosis. Ted Manson. Ted Manson, a seasoned actor, made his mark as Elmer in 1989 at the age of 63. Hailing from Columbus, Ohio, Manson discovered his passion for acting during his college days at Ohio State University in the 1950s. Following a stint in real estate, he relocated to Atlanta, Georgia, where he began to build a career in local theater, film, and television. Manson's first of 4 appearances on In the Heat of the Night was in the Season 2 episode Walkout, which also featured O.J. Simpson. Like his colleague Dan Biggers, Manson landed small roles in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil and Elizabethtown. After years of working behind the scenes, Manson's career experienced a resurgence in the 2000s with standout performances in 2 popular comedies, Sweet Home Alabama and Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Manson passed away in 2008 at the age of 81 due to complications from lung cancer. Mel Stewart. Mel Stewart, the esteemed actor who played Calvin Peterson in 1990 at the age of 61, had a distinguished career that began in New York City in 1957, starring in the Langston Hughes musical Simply Heavenly on Broadway. Soon after, he relocated to California, where he performed improv comedy with the San Francisco-based troupe The Committee. On film, he appeared in director Hal Ashby's debut feature The Landlord, the Iceberg Slim adaptation Trick Baby, and Stuart Gordon's 1990 sequel Bride of Reanimator. However, it was on television that Stewart achieved his greatest success. He had recurring roles on numerous network series, including the Bewitched spin-off Tabitha and the 1980s spy comedy Scarecrow and Mrs. King. Stewart's final role was in the 1993 Whoopi Goldberg comedy Made in America. He passed away in 2002 at the age of 72 due to complications from Alzheimer's disease. Burgess Meredith. Burgess Meredith, the legendary actor who portrayed Judge Cully in 1993 at the age of 86, had a remarkable career spanning decades. Born in 1907, Meredith found success on Broadway as a young man before transitioning to Hollywood with the film adaptation of Maxwell Anderson's play Winterset in 1936. This marked the beginning of a decade-long career on the big screen, earning acclaim in films such as Of Mice and Men and The Story of G.I. Joe. His most famous film role came later in life, playing the tough-as-nails boxing trainer Mickey in the Rocky series. While his film career was memorable, Meredith arguably had an even greater impact as a television actor, starting in the medium's golden age and working steadily through his In the Heat of the Night appearances in the mid-1990s. Many of his best roles remain popular and well-regarded, even decades later. He is particularly known for his appearances in episodes of The Twilight Zone and his portrayal of the Penguin in 21 episodes of the 1960s live-action Batman series. Stage and screen legend Burgess Meredith made his mark as the irascible Judge Cully in the Season 6 two-parter Even Nice People and Lake Winnehatchee, with a cameo in Season 7's Hatton's Turn Part 2. These appearances were among his final television roles before his death in 1997 at the age of 89. Dan Biggers. Dan Biggers, a distinguished figure in both academia and the performing arts, took on the role of Dr. Frank Robb in 1989 at the age of 68. Before pursuing an acting career in the early 1980s, Biggers had already led a fulfilling life in education. Born in 1931 in Newton County, Georgia, he served in the military and later became a respected educator, holding positions at the University of Georgia and Berry College, where he was appointed Dean of Students in 1971. He also oversaw the Oak Hill and Martha Berry Museum for many years. During his tenure as an educator, Biggers moonlighted in local theater productions, and in 1982, he made his television debut in the movie Made in America. This marked the beginning of a 25-year career in front of the camera, with notable supporting roles in Georgia-based productions such as Glory, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, and Elizabethtown, his final film. When the production of In the Heat of the Night relocated to Covington, Georgia, Biggers joined the cast as medical examiner Dr. Frank Robb, appearing in a total of 43 episodes. He passed away in 2011 at the age of 80 after a prolonged illness. Wesley Addy. Wesley Addy, the esteemed actor who played Arvin Allenby in 1993 at the age of 80, had a remarkable career. Born in Omaha, Nebraska, Addy was the second child and only son of John Roy Addy, a minister, and his Danish-born wife, Maren S. Nelson, a nurse. After graduating from UCLA, Addy moved to the East Coast at the invitation of a family friend, Fidela Rice, who owned a theater on Martha's Vineyard. Addy's television career began in the 1950s, with appearances on shows like The Edge of Night. New York City was the center of early television production, which is why Addy initially appeared on the small screen. His post-war screen career started with a live broadcast of Twelfth Night, in which he played Duke Orsino on Philco Television Playhouse in February 1949. He made 2 guest appearances on Perry Mason as Alton Brent in the 1962 episode The Case of the Weary Watchdog, and as murderer Joachim de Vries in the 1966 episode The Case of the Tsarina's Tiara. Addy was married to actress Celeste Holm from 1966 until his death. The couple lived at 88 Central Park West in Manhattan and later in Washington Township, Morris County, New Jersey. Addy passed away at Danbury Hospital in Danbury, Connecticut. Lois Nettleton. The renowned actress Lois Nettleton, who portrayed Joanne St. John, began her illustrious career on the stage, first in Chicago, and later as a member of the prestigious Actors Studio in New York City. Her Broadway debut in 1949 was in Dalton Trumbo's play The Biggest Thief in the World, which marked the beginning of a successful partnership with playwright Tennessee Williams. Nettleton's notable performances include her role in the 1973 revival of A Streetcar Named Desire and her guest appearances on iconic television series such as The Twilight Zone and Route 66. After her time on In the Heat of the Night came to an end, Nettleton continued to make appearances on popular shows including Seinfeld and Crossing Jordan. Her final on-screen appearance was in the 2006 Hallmark movie The Christmas Card. Nettleton was married to humorist Gene Shepard, who co-wrote and narrated the classic film A Christmas Story from 1960 to 1967. She passed away in 2008 at the age of 80, leaving behind a remarkable body of work. Rosemary Murphy. Renowned actress Rosemary Murphy shone as Joanna Allenby in 1993 at the age of 68. Born in Munich, Germany in 1925, to American parents Mildred and Robert Daniel Murphy, a diplomat, Murphy's early life was marked by a love of the arts. She began her stage career in Germany, debuting in a 1949 production of Peer Gynt, and went on to appear in over 15 Broadway shows, including a notable performance in Noel Coward's Waiting in the Wings in 1999. Murphy's talents extended to film and television, where she delivered a standout performance as Sarah Delano Roosevelt in the acclaimed miniseries Eleanor and Franklin, earning her an Emmy Award. Her impressive career was also marked by a Clarence Derwent Award, an Outer Critics Circle Award, and 3 Tony nominations. Murphy passed away on July 5, 2014, in Manhattan after a battle with esophageal cancer. She is survived by her sister and nephew, having never married or had children. John Wesley. John Wesley, a versatile actor who played Vic Glendon in 1990 at 43, made a lasting impact on both television and film. Wesley's notable roles include his portrayal of Mr. Jim on the popular series Martin and his regular appearance as Sweets Walker on the television series Dirty Dancing. His distinctive voice was also featured in numerous commercials and voiceovers, including Rafaki. Wesley's film career began with a credited role in the 1968 Clint Eastwood western Hang 'em High, and he went on to star as Frankie in Missing in Action 2: The Beginning alongside Chuck Norris. A talented stage actor and Vietnam veteran, Wesley was also a dedicated student, earning degrees from the University of California, San Diego and the University of San Diego. Sadly, Wesley passed away on September 7, 2019, due to complications from multiple myeloma, just 5 weeks after celebrating his 72nd birthday. Fran Bennett. The accomplished actress, Fran Bennett, brought Aunt Rhoda Gibson to life in 1990 at the age of 53. Early in her career, Bennett honed her craft as a voice teacher under the guidance of esteemed Scottish actress Kristen Linklater in New York City. Following a successful 12-year tenure as voice and movement director at the Guthrie Theater in Minneapolis, Bennett joined the faculty at the California Institute for the Arts in 1978, where she taught while simultaneously reviving her on-camera career with appearances on Different Strokes and Roots: The Next Generation. Over the next 4 decades, Bennett skillfully balanced her teaching and acting pursuits, making guest appearances on a wide range of television shows, including The Bold and Beautiful and Quantum Leap, as well as playing Donald Glover's grandmother on a 2010 episode of Community. After retiring from CalArts in 2014, Bennett continued to act, with her final television role being a memorable turn as Mother Jefferson in the 2019 live restaging of All in the Family and The Jeffersons on ABC. Bennett passed away on September 11, 2021 at the age of 84, leaving behind a legacy of dedication to her craft. Richard McKenzie. Renowned actor Richard McKenzie, who played the iconic role of Preston Donner at 61, launched his television career with a 1961 appearance on My Three Sons as Quinn. After a 14-year break, he resumed his on-screen work with a guest spot as Dr. Williams on Doctor's Hospital in 1975. During the 1970s, McKenzie became a familiar face on various TV shows, making numerous guest appearances. In addition to his television work, McKenzie's talent extended to film and television movies, with his first movie role as Bean in the 1971 film Doc. He also delivered memorable performances in films like AWOL, 1978, Being There, 1979, The Doctor, 1991, and Ghost in the Machine, 1993. McKenzie's stage career was equally impressive, with notable Broadway credits including That Championship Season and Uncle Vanya. Sadly, McKenzie passed away on December 1, 2023, at the age of 93. Bobby Short. Bobby Short, a legendary musician and actor, brought his unique talents to the forefront, having played Chess Collins in 1991 at 67. Born in Danville, Illinois, Short had an early connection with fellow schoolmates Dick Van Dyke and Donald O'Connor. At just 11, Short left home with his mother's permission to pursue his passion for music in Chicago, performing in various venues. Short's versatility shone in his 1991 appearance on In the Heat of the Night, where he also performed the episode's theme song. He reprised this role in 1994. Short's film appearances included the 1993 comedy For Love or Money, where he sang Mark Shaman's song In Your Eyes. His final film role was in Man of the Century, 1999. In recognition of his contributions, the Library of Congress honored Short as a living legend in 2000, and he went on to lend his voice to the 200th episode of the popular sitcom Frasier. Short continued to tour and perform until his passing on March 21, 2005, due to leukemia. Christopher Allport. At the tender age of 9, Christopher Allport discovered his passion for acting at the Children's Theater in New Canaan, Connecticut. He nurtured this passion at Northwestern University, where he honed his craft under the guidance of esteemed director Paul Sills and worked with various renowned theater companies, including the Public Theater at Lincoln Center in New York, the Ensemble Studio Theater, and the Taper in Los Angeles. Allport's television career flourished, with notable appearances on popular shows such as Midnight Caller, The X-Files, Commander-in-Chief, ER, Felicity, Mad Men, and Brothers and Sisters. Tragically, Allport's life was cut short in 2009 when he was swept away by an avalanche near the Mountain High Ski Resort in Wrightwood, California. The San Gabriel Mountains, typically avalanche-free, had been hit by a heavy snowfall the week prior to the incident. Stuart Culpepper. Stuart Culpepper, a versatile artist with a career spanning multiple disciplines, brought his expertise to both acting and cinematography. Born on March 15, 1938 in Atlanta, Georgia, Culpepper left an indelible mark on projects such as the animated series Frisky Dingo, the television drama In the Heat of the Night, and the 1979 film Time of the Eagle. Culpepper's passing on June 12, 2022, marked the end of a remarkable career that showcased his diverse talents. Chuck Hicks. Chuck Hicks, a versatile actor who portrayed Red Jack in 1988 at the age of 61, had a remarkable career that spanned both athletics and entertainment. A student at Burbank High School, Hicks served as senior class president in 1946 and played football. Hicks served his country during World War II, joining the U.S. Navy. While in the Navy, he achieved the title of Boxing Champion of the United States Fifth Fleet. Hicks continued his athletic pursuits at Loyola Marymount University, where he played football and boxed, later earning induction into the school's Athletes Hall of Fame. He also showcased his football skills by playing for the Eagle Rock Athletic Club. Hicks's career extended beyond stunt work as he appeared in several films, including the ABC Desilu television series The Untouchables, starring Robert Stack, where he played federal agent Lamar Kane in the first season. Hicks passed away in Las Vegas, Nevada on May 4, 2021, at the age of 93, with his son attributing his death to complications from a stroke he had suffered at the end of 2020. Cesare Danova. Cesare Danova, the charismatic actor who portrayed Father DeMarco in 1992 at the age of 66, entered our world in Bergamo, Italy, as Cesare Daitinger, the son of an Austrian father and an Italian mother. Adopting the stage name Danova after becoming an actor in Rome at the end of World War II, he embarked on a journey to Hollywood. Danova's career took off after his appearance in the film Don Juan, 1955, which led to his immigration to the United States and a contract with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer in 1956. His screen presence graced films such as The Man Who Understood Women, 1959, and he auditioned for a part in Ben-Hur. However, his big break came with the role of Apollodorus, Cleopatra's personal servant, in the 1963 film Cleopatra, directed by Joseph Mankiewicz and starring Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton, and Rex Harrison. Sadly, Danova passed away from a heart attack on March 19, 1992, at the age of 66, while attending a meeting of the Foreign Language Film Committee at the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences headquarters in Los Angeles. Ed Grady. A renowned thespian, Ed Grady brought the character of Cameron to life in 1989 at the age of 66. Born in 1923 in North Carolina, Grady's life journey took him from serving in World War II to studying the arts at the University of North Carolina. After a brief teaching stint in New York, he returned to his Southern roots, sharing his passion for theater with students in Morganton, North Carolina, and Keenan, South Carolina, throughout the 1970s. Grady's film career spanned over 2 decades, with notable appearances in regional productions, including a memorable role in the 2004 blockbuster The Notebook. His television credits include multiple guest spots on In the Heat of the Night, showcasing his versatility as an actor. Additionally, Grady was a stalwart performer in the outdoor drama Unto These Hills, which told the story of the Cherokee people. He passed away in 2012 at the age of 89. Kim Hamilton. Meanwhile, Kim Hamilton, a talented actress who portrayed Ellen Shore in 1991 at the age of 59, had a life marked by perseverance and determination. Born in Los Angeles, California, Hamilton initially pursued a career in modeling, but faced obstacles due to her height and ethnicity. Undeterred, she turned her attention to acting, enrolling in classes and seeking representation. Her breakout role came when she landed a recurring part on the popular 1950s sitcom Amos and Andy. Hamilton's achievements were honored as part of Columbia University's Big Read Initiative celebrating the literary classic To Kill a Mockingbird. In her later years, Hamilton divided her time between her Manhattan and Los Angeles homes. Sadly, she passed away in 2013, just shy of her 81st birthday, in her hometown of Los Angeles. Bill Zucker. Bill Zucker brought Judge Clint to life in 1991 at the age of 76. His illustrious career spanned over 5 decades, beginning in 1941 with a stint in radio, where he lent his voice to numerous dramas. During World War II, Zucker served in New Guinea as a member of the esteemed Seabees, a naval construction force. His early radio work included notable roles, such as Lieutenant Lewis Parker in the crime drama Crime and Peter Chambers. Zucker's subsequent television career was marked by a wide range of guest and character appearances, including a memorable turn as a sheriff in a classic episode of Star Trek. He was married to actress Gladys Holland, and the couple had a daughter together, in addition to 2 children from a previous marriage. Zucker passed away on January 23, 1997, at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in Woodland Hills, California, due to complications from pneumonia. Pat Hingle. The distinguished actor Pat Hingle took on the role of Daddy Roy Eversole in 1993 at the age of 69. Born in Miami, Florida, to a family of modest means, Hingle's early life was marked by hard work and determination. He attended high school in Weslaco, Texas, where he discovered a passion for music, playing the tuba in the school band. During World War II, Hingle enlisted in the U.S. Navy, interrupting his studies at the University of Texas, and served on the destroyer USS Marshall. After the war, Hingle's love of acting led him to New York, where he honed his craft at HB Studio and the American Theater Wing of the Actors Studio. His Broadway debut in End as a Man marked the beginning of a long and distinguished career, which included a memorable turn as Commissioner Gordon in the 1989 film Batman and its 3 sequels. Hingle's legacy extended beyond his performances, as he established the Pat Hingle Guest Artist Endowment to support emerging artists at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. He is survived by his wife, Julia Wright, and 5 children from 2 marriages. Hingle passed away on January 3, 2009, at his home in Carolina Beach, North Carolina, after a brave battle with myelodysplasia. Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers, a talented actor with a commanding on-screen presence, brought Chief Hampton Forbes to life in 1993 at the age of 45. Born on January 14, 1948, in New Orleans, Louisiana, Weathers' early life was marked by a passion for multiple pursuits. He juggled working as a film extra with a promising football career, showcasing his adaptability and dedication. A chance connection with Arthur Marks led to significant roles in the 1970s films Bucktown and Friday Foster, cementing Weathers' status as a rising star. Decades later, he continued to impress audiences with his portrayal of Greef Karga in the acclaimed Star Wars series The Mandalorian. Weathers' creative talents extended beyond acting, as he took on the role of director for several episodes of the show. Unfortunately, Weathers' life was cut short when he passed away on February 2, 2024, at the age of 76 due to complications from atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease at his Los Angeles home. This video comes to a close, and we're grateful you've spent time with us exploring the remarkable careers of the In the Heat of the Night actors who have left an indelible mark on our lives. The loss of talented individuals who have enriched our world with their craft is always felt deeply. We're thankful for your engagement, and we look forward to sharing more stories and insights with you in our next installment.